Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the City of Warrenville City Council regular meeting for December 4th, 2017. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Ashour,
Here.
Alderman Bevere,
Here.
Alderman Goodman. Here. Alderman Hoffman,
Here.
Alderman Widener,
Here.
Alderman Wilson.
Here.
Alderman Berry and Alderman Davalos and City Clerk Larson are excused this evening.
Thank you, Alma. Would you please stand as you are able and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the time we set aside at every meeting, every council meeting for citizens' comments. We have two folks who have signed up this evening, both return visitors, so you know the drill, Debbie Leahy and Connie Schmidt. Please, Debbie first. Oh, we have three. Oh, how could I overlook Bob Siebert?
My name is Debbie Leahy. My husband and I live at 30W030 Hurlingham Court. I had an opportunity to review Chief Toronto's proposal for addressing the issue of illegal fireworks. I thought his recommendations were excellent, and I'd like to urge the City Council to approve this proposal. And I also wanted to point out that the costs associated with implementation may be offset to some extent by an increase in the fines collected. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Connie?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Connie Schmidt. I live at 3 South 501 Landon Drive here in Warrenville. I'm here to invite you to a major event. You may have gotten an email on this, but if not, I want to make sure I bring it to your attention. On January 29th, which is a fifth Monday, purposefully chosen for Warrenville's convenience, we are having a clean energy forum. It's going to be, we're partnering very happily with the local 701 IBEW, and they have a portion of their group called Power Forward DuPage, and they've been instrumental in helping us to work on this event. We want you to know, as a municipality, what the benefits are of the new law, FEJA, as it's informally known, the Future Energy Jobs Act. And we want you to know what the benefits are from that law to municipalities, small businesses, individuals, groups of residences, churches, libraries, school districts. Any group can benefit from this law. And so we have invited 5 fabulous guest speakers. Jack Darren, head of the Sierra Club, will be there and talk about the actual components of the law. Edith Macra, who, if you know about the Metropolitan Mayors and Caucus, she is the green person from that who can tell you how the law will help you. From the Solar Energy Association for Northern Illinois, Lisa Albrecht. The president of North Central College will be there to tell you how happy they are with their solar installation. And from IBEW, Harry Odie will talk about the benefits for new jobs and how they're training and getting all kinds of people involved. So I'm really hoping Warrenville has a presence there. It happens to be right in our boundaries. It is an RSVP event. And if anybody wants a paper invitation, if you just raise your hand, I'll give them to Alma, and I'll know how many to leave with you, I guess. But you should also have gotten it electronically. I think, was it emailed to you, Alma? Did they get it electronically from you?
They did not receive it electronically to me. It was sent to me by,
Kathy?
yes.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe if you request it, Alma can send it to you then. All right, does anybody want paper?
Stuart has.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stuart.
I'll take one. Thank you.
I feel like a teacher in school.
That's not bad. Yeah. right here in town at the IBEW Local 701 Hall, which is a very nice venue. Thank you, Connie. Bob Siebert.
Bob Siebert, Albright Court. A little more than 10 years ago, the city purchased the property adjacent here for $2.2 million. The city stated that it was a interfund transfer. However, that is an accounting transaction. The financial result of this is an increase in internal debt. At that time, it was a secured debt because the city was required, when title changed, to pay the $2.2 million. The city since has changed this to an unsecured debt, and now when the property title is changed, the city is not required to repay the $2.2 million. In the near future, this property will exchange titles. However, there will be no repayment of the taxpayers' money. The interest rate, the city stated, was a zero risk. In other words, the city stated that what they earned on CDs would be what they would earn for this risky investment, which has taken more than 10 years and received no paybacks. A similar transaction in the early 2000s helped build this city hall, $1.5 million developer contribution, which was loaned to the TIF district, recycled so that the citizens could get the benefit then not only of the city hall, but the additional $1.5 million. Also, it received the market interest rate. If we applied this same interest rate to the $2.2 million, simple interest, this would generate $176,000 per year, or over the last 10 years, $1,760,000 for the taxpayers whose funds these are. That's because of the risk factor. And that was followed by the previous city councils on the $1.5 million. So the question is, why is the city of Warrenville not consistent with similar transactions and not presenting an accurate picture of the city's financial position?
Thank you, Bob. We'll move on to official and staff comments, beginning with the mayor. Just a reminder that our new Warrenville calendars are in. They are free. They are provided by a grant from Exelon Corporation. This year, if you're a history buff, lots of great pictures from the Historical Society for every month. Always enjoyable to see that. So again, they're free. They're available here at City Hall. They're also at the library, the Park District, and the schools until they're gone. So we have those. Come and get them while you can, because they'll go fast. Clerk, assistant clerk. Thank you, Alma. Treasurer.
No report.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Goodman.
I wanted to congratulate the Park District on the Holly Days event, which was Friday, and which was a lovely time. Lots of happy children and good launch for the city's new brand. I thought people seemed very interested in and did seem to like the logo items that everybody was grabbing. Certainly they were all gone very early. I also wanted to make an announcement about the Fermilab Community Advisory Board. It's the end of the year when we sometimes look for new members, so if there is interest out there and people think that they'd like to join the Community Advisory Board, please reach out to me, contact me about that. You don't have to know anything about physics, you just have to be interested in Fermilab, and I can put you in touch with the communications director of Fermilab who organizes the membership for the group. They also had a really cool event in November called the Physics Slam, which sells out every year. And if you're interested in seeing it, or if you couldn't get tickets, the video is up on YouTube. Fermilab has a YouTube channel, so if you just go to YouTube and search for Fermilab, it'll come up, or you can find it through the Fermilab website. There's a really cool presentation by some IMSA high school students that was really popular. And last but not least, a couple of announcements from the school district. They have 3 policies up on their website for public comment. So if people have any input, they are collecting responses from the public about those 3 new policies. Their website is www.cusd200.org. And there's also going to be an event coming up if people are interested in some of these parenting seminars that they have scheduled. It's going to be called How to Raise Resilient Children. It'll be at Monroe Middle School on February 21st at 7 p.m. A lot of information about communication and parenting strategies for healthy coping in children, and I thought that was worth a shout out. The school district is trying to do more outreach to the community about certain problems that families might be having. There were some interesting topics coming up where people are concerned about teens and parties or drug use, and this is the next one that's coming up. So if you're interested, please look at the District 200 website, and there's more information there. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Anyone else? Seeing none, City Administrator.
Excuse me, I don't have anything to add tonight. I did distribute a revised copy of the closed session minutes, just to be replaced. It was a very, very tiny change that we made. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And Attorney.
I have one change on 2 of the agenda items tonight. It's the same change on both the ordinances pertaining to the disposition of surplus property, item 6B and 6C. In section 5, the vote that's stated in the document says approval by 3/4 of the corporate authorities. And under state law, all that's required is a majority. So I would propose that you amend to say approval by a majority of the corporate authorities. In both, in 6B and in 6C, it's the same change.
Okay. So we'll have the motioner and the seconder agree to that change? Is that how we do that? John?
Sorry, thank you. The motion won't actually change. It's just in the body of the document itself.
Okay, so
So
we're
the
making a
motion could
change.
stay the same, just so everybody knows. There's just
Okay.
a very, very minor change in the vote required. The vote is what the vote is according to statute, but it's just one place it's written differently than the bottom of the ordinance.
Okay,
It's just a
so we
correction.
don't need to change the motions.
Correct.
Very good. Okay, thank you, Barbara. On to the approval of the agenda for this evening. Alderman Widener.
Motion to approve the agenda for the December 4th, 2017 City Council regular meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The agenda is approved. We have several sets of minutes needing approval also. Alderman Widener.
Motion to approve the minutes of the November 20th, 2017 City Council regular meeting, to approve the minutes of the November 20th, 2017 City Council closed session, and finally, to approve the minutes of the November 27th, 2017 Public Safety and Finance Committee of the Whole regular meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second by Alderman Wilson. Any discussion of those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. The minutes are approved. The consent agenda for this evening, item 6A, offer first reading of the 2017 property tax levy ordinance 02017-76 for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2017, and ending April 30th, 2018. B, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02017-73, authorizing the disposal of city-owned property through donation to Working Bikes. C, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02017-74, authorizing the disposal of city-owned property through an auction conducted by Obanoff Auction Services Incorporated. D, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02017-75, amending the city code regarding fines, penalties, and tobacco products. E, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and pass resolution R 2017-42, approving the travel and expense reimbursement policy for elected officials of the city of Warrenville. F, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and pass resolution R 2017-43, approving the travel and expense reimbursement policy for volunteer board and commission members of the city of Warrenville. G, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and pass resolution R 2017-44, approving a master services agreement for IT professional services with All Information Services Incorporated for a one-year term. H, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and increase the reimbursement allocation from the Hotel Motel Tax Fund for the Friends of the Fourth Independence Day celebration event to $30,000, and direct staff to increase the total event funding to $41,000 in the FY 2019 budget. I, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and approve the request of a $500 sponsorship of the 2018 Operation Safe Celebration Post-Brom event. J, accept Public Safety and Finance Committee recommendation and approve the request to solicit donations for Special Olympics Illinois Law Enforcement Torch Run 2018 calendar year events. K, receive and file the memorandum from Police Chief Raymond Toronto dated November 17, 2017 regarding the police action plan for 4th of July fireworks enforcement. L, receive and file minutes of the Tourism and Arts Commission regular meeting held on October 12, 2017. M, receive and file minutes of the Environmental Advisory Commission regular meeting held on October 17, 2017. And receive and file minutes of the Board of Fire and Police Commission regular meeting held on October 25, 2017. O, receive and file a report of invoices paid up to November 29, 2017 in the amount of $71,402.55. And P, authorize expenditures for invoices due on or before December 18, 2017 in the amount of $70,244.19. Alderman Widener.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented by Mayor David Brummel.
Second.
Motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Widener,
Aye.
Alderman Hoffman,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Alderman Ashour,
Aye.
Alderman Goodman,
Aye.
Alderman Bevere.
Aye.
Thank you, Amla. The consent agenda is approved as presented. We have nothing under regular agenda, nothing under unfinished business, big fat zero under new business, no closed session required, which leaves us with Alderman Widener.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, Debbie.